Welcome to A Moment in Time with Taylor. I just heard that notification that I went live over on Ed's iPad. I don't know how to turn the sound off, so I'll have to have him teach me when he gets home. Hey, Janae, first comment to the broadcast. Actually, it was RD, first comment to the broadcast on YouTube. Janae first on Periscope. I do ask you guys, if you are not planning on sending super hearts tonight, please, please, please watch this review on YouTube instead, because we are only 405 hours away from monetizing on our YouTube channel right now. I am going to be prioritizing YouTube comments and not really paying a whole lot of attention to Periscope ones, just because I want to get this book review out for the replay viewers, and then we can chat and hang out for a little bit after. And then we're going to jump over to Twitch, and we're going to celebrate our new Twitch emotes. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to check out the website, femyoga.com. You can click support to keep this channel going and growing if you like what you see. I also want to make a big announcement that we are going to have Holistic Deb starting on the show tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. This is December 12th, 2018 that I'm making this announcement. And I also want to announce Ann Kelly, Living Theosophy, our newest content creator on this channel, will be going live starting next Tuesday. So more announcements about that to come. Hey Nicholas, hey Chicken. Now let's get to the review, and I will catch up with the comments and chat in just a few minutes. So this is our brand new book review today. I encourage you to sign up for my book reviews over on the website. It's completely free, and I only send 3 emails a year, 1 every 4 months. Our new book review today is Tales from the Shawangunk Mountains by Mark B. Fried. Now, I was pronouncing this Shawangunk, because that's what it looks like to me, Shawangunk Mountains, but I looked it up online and it seems to be Shogum. Shogum is how they pronounce it, the Shawangunk Mountains. I don't know if that's right. If you guys are from Ulster County in upstate New York, maybe you'll be able to kind of clear that up for us. But this is a guy who went out and explored these mountains probably more than most people in the world. He went and did these explorations in 1966, and this book was created in 1981. I read this book today, and although I'm not much of an outdoors woman or, naturist myself, I love nature. I think we all humans do, but not like this guy does. I mean, he went out, he built a house in the middle of the woods out of rocks. It was like the middle of winter, and he went in waist deep into a river so that he could see some beautiful cave. We're cut from 2 different fabrics, but it was so beautiful reading this book. It was written really, really just exquisitely. Every feature, every rock, every geological feature, to wildlife, to the people that he went and his companions that came with him on some of these adventures. It was just lovely, and you could tell that he really loved this area, and he really loved the experiences that he had there. So even though it's not really my thing per se to go out into the woods and explore nature to this level, this was a really good book. I mean, I didn't learn a whole lot of practical knowledge, which I really love, but it's short. I think it's 72 pages or so, really, really tiny little book here. And it's short too. It's not, it's not like a tall book. I mean, it took me only a couple hours to read it, maybe an hour or 2. And the second, maybe the last like 1/6 of the book or so, he has some appendices, which are Shawangunk Mountain stories from Wilhelm Benignus, who is another guy who is very similar in spirit to the author of this book, Mark Fried. I hope it's pronounced Fried. It might be Freed. Apologize for the pronunciation. But he just loved this area so much, and the way that he described the clouds, the mountains, in such detail, every different area. He told you exactly how it was all laid out. I mean, you could get such a stunning visual image of this area in your mind's eye by reading this, that you don't have to go out there and deal with the cold temperatures and go into what he calls the ice caves, where even in the summer there is ice and snow remaining from the previous winter. Sometimes in the summers it gets so dry that the springs and waterfalls and brooks and streams that he normally gets fresh water from are dried up. He talked about rattlesnakes. I didn't know that there were rattlesnakes in upstate New York, and that's actually where I'm from. Hello, welcome. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe or follow. We are live right now on YouTube and Periscope. Hey, Derek, thanks for watching. So thank you guys so much for being here. It was a really short book, pretty short review. I mean, it was really beautifully written, but it wasn't necessarily a book that I would highly recommend for enhancing your life. It was more just an enjoyable pleasure read, which I don't do a ton of, but this was actually something that my grandmother had on her bookshelf. And when she was moving, she wanted me to take some books. I love books, if you don't know. Like I said, you can check out my website and sign up for my book reviews. And you can also follow my bookshelves on Goodreads, where I post the books that I'm reading, the books that I've read. We're over 100 books at this point, probably closing in on 200. And I do try to read a new book every week, so that's 52 a year. I'm a little behind this year, so you're going to see me putting out a lot of book reviews in the next couple weeks here at the end of 2018. It is very descriptive. That's a great word for it, RD, for sure. Shawangunk sounds dirty. You like to stop on the sidewalk and observe flowers and trees and leaves. Yeah, he said that sometimes he would take his backpack and he would lean it up against a rock, a nicely angled rock, and just sit there and just observe, observe the trees and the weather and the sky, and just breathe in the smell of the flowers and just, fully embrace it for somewhere. He would mean to just stop for a moment, and he said that it was probably more like 10 to 15 minutes at a time that he was stopping. So I don't know what that means, Derek, but thank you for being on YouTube. So I'm wondering if I can find a nice excerpt here just to give you an idea. Maybe in the very beginning, we'll just read the introduction so you can get an idea. There are some photos in here, but again, since it's an older book, they're actually all in black and white. But this is him. This is the author. I don't think that's the house that he built out there, but it could be. I'm not totally certain. It doesn't actually say. Some of these don't actually have captions at all. Oh, Miss Marie, thank you so much for the super hearts on Periscope. First super hearts of the broadcast. I love you. Thank you for keeping this channel going and growing. We really wouldn't be here. We can't do this without you guys. So thank you for supporting either through super support or over on the website or at streamlabs.com/femyoga. Hey, Finley. Let's see if there's any better pictures here. Here's some, and that's the thing, it's 72 pages or something like that, and some of the pages are full photos. So this book is a really, really quick read. Hey, a Patson mug. Oh, yay, love you, love you, love you. Okay, let me just read the intro to you, and then I think that pretty much concludes my book review here. It'll give you a feel for his writing style. This isn't the most beautiful, amazing description that he has in the book, but rather than sit here and stall for time, since I don't plan on editing this, I'm just going to read this first part just to give you an idea of the type of person that you're dealing with here with this author. I don't think so, RD. It doesn't say any on my end, so hopefully it's not a YouTube thing. Hey, everybody. Hey. Oh, I was talking about the rattlesnakes. Of course, of course. Okay, here we go. This one's called Motif. It's only a page and a half, and then we can chat and do whatever you like. Hi, Ed. There was never any question as to where on the mountain I should build the cabin. From the very first, I envisioned it somewhere in the Badlands, those 1,600 acres of rocky desolation forming the central, most remote reach of the Shogun. The curious fact that I had never physically entered this realm was hardly a cause for doubt, the reasons for this omission being the same as those determining this as the proper choice of location in the first place. Approached and skirted, but never deliberately entered, by the ancient footpaths of the berry picker, nameless in local dialect and on map, this tract would become my mountain home. I gave it the only name that to my knowledge it ever had. It was early spring when I finally penetrated this wilderness on foot. Entering from the west, I left the long-neglected cairn-marked Picker's Trail and plunged into the wasteland of rock outcrops and stunted pitch pines. I was not so much looking for a particular spot as for a particular view. On paper, I had predicted the existence of a place from which the waters of two of the mountain's 5 lakes are visible, a grand observation post for the interior lowland region of the mountain, the majestic escarpments of Castle Point, and the valley and distant horizons to the east. As I proceeded, every bare rock patch seemed to offer promise of an open view, but in each instance the rock was too level, the trees at its lower edge a bit too high. Finally, some distance into these barrens, I emerged from a thicket to see the land falling away, with a sunlit rock outcrop directly ahead. From intermittent vegetation at the edge of the clearing, I spied an elevated shelf of rock with an apparently unobstructed view to the east. I fairly leapt to the spot and looked out. I had found my long-sought panorama, and it surpassed what had been my mind's most glorious imaginings. Here was the place by which the Shoguns could virtually be defined. Here I would build my cabin. I made camp and set up a tent at the place on Monday, May 30th, 1966. I laid up 4 walls of native stone, and when the flat rocks ran out, packed in lumber for a wooden frame atop the stones, boards for the roof, and metal flashing for the walls. At the end of 4 months, I had a shelter capable of enduring the certainty of winter winds and snows and the uncertainties of big game season. By the following autumn, I had a sealed, insulated cabin complete with a potbelly stove from Sears. Most of all, I had a warm, dry place from which to venture forth and explore the Shawangunk Mountain wilderness. What follows in this little book is a description of that wilderness, of some of the regions at its fringe, and of some encounters with the wind and clouds, with the birds, beasts, and other inhabitants of the mountain. So this actually is the place that he built here, with his stove from Sears, R.I.P. Sears. So yeah, it was a fun read. That gives you a feel for what it was about. I actually enjoyed it, even though I only gave it 3 out of 5 stars, more because my personal favorite genre is self-development, business books, things that are really practically useful. So although I liked this book, I can't bring myself to give it 4 or 5 stars in terms of my own preference. Yeah, I'm glad that you like it, Jim. Josh, so good to see you. He said, story time, this calls for a beer. Story time's over. I am going to have a beer over on Twitch right after we're done here, though. Hey, Vix, because I know, RD, I would love, love, love to record audiobooks for people. So if you're an author and you're looking to turn your book into an audiobook and you think I would be a good fit, let me know. I haven't done it yet, so it would be an experiment together, but it's something that I'm looking into getting more involved in. It's been something on my list to look into for probably at least a year at this point. We just have lots of things that we can look into at any given point, so I never know which way to go with it, but I do like that idea a lot of doing audiobooks for people. I kind of did that with Eliza a little bit for Alexis. It's like a car ride for a baby. You guys like the story? It's really, really well written. Now, this book was put out in 1981, so it may still be covered under copyright, so I can't actually sit here and read the whole story to you, but I considered, as I was reading it, I thought it was just so beautifully written that I would like to get permission to actually reproduce that with you guys and just read it to you, whether we do it in whispers and ASMR or in my normal voice. I just really, really enjoyed the way that it was written. Hey, special feature, I have no fear because 2018 is the year of no fear. We have no fear on this channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Just in case you got here kind of late, that was a book review and a little excerpt from Tales from the Shawangunk Mountains by Mark Fried. Bonjour, 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 bonjour. Doesn't work for you, Derek. Why? What do you mean? Can you submit for a review, Jim? Yeah, I mean, we could. I've never done a review I've never, come across a book like yours. Because it's not really a book that you wrote, you know what I mean? You kind of just took, like, a bunch of other people's advice and, like, bound it together. So it's kind of interesting. I don't know what kind of review I could do for that. But if you want me to, I could. Are you on Goodreads? Is that book on Goodreads? Thank you for inviting Ed. He chose it next to a lake or river. No, he had a view of the 2 lakes, I believe. What's the static? Oh no, is there static? Is there static, you guys, on the mic? It doesn't seem like the mic is receiving any noise. Is it staticky? Has it been staticky this whole time? Hey, Adam, it's me, yeah. You're not on Goodreads, you've never heard of that? Yeah, check it out. There's a link to it on my website. That's where book lovers kind of congregate. It's like a book lovers social media. There was static at times? No! That's horrible. What about on YouTube? Very little sporadic static here. Oh, I wonder what that is. Oh, that's so frustrating. Oh. Sorry about that, guys. Usually we have really good audio quality. I'm not sure what could have been causing that. Like a door creaking. There's nobody here. There shouldn't have been any noises. Hey, Tobes. Thanks for coming over to YouTube. Shout out to Josh, RD, and Tobes, and Derek. Did I say Derek? For all being over on YouTube. Thank you guys. That really, really helps me to monetizing over there. So, I mean, I'm pretty much good on this book review. Did you guys have any other questions about that, or any questions or anything you wanted to talk about before we go over to Twitch? We got our Twitch emotes. I'm really excited. We finally got them, so we're going to run over to Twitch and experiment and spam and have some fun with that. And if you're a subscriber to my Twitch channel, then you have access to them on Twitch and on Discord. 405 hours left on our YouTube goal, Josh. Thank you for asking. Once we have 405 more hours watched, we have officially reached our monetization target for YouTube, but we can start accepting super chats and monetizing from the ads that they put on the videos anyway. Right now, they just benefit YouTube instead of Fem Yoga. So we're working on that. We are working on it. We've been working on it for years. We were just about to monetize in the beginning of 2018, and then they changed the rules. So we've been working on it the rest of 2018. We're getting close. Feels like we're getting close anyway. Thank you, Amber, for inviting your followers and being our top and I believe sole contributor of Super Hearts this broadcast. Thank you so much. You're carrying this whole show, Amber. Thank you so much. And if you guys jump over to Streamlabs and support through that way, you could do as little as $1. Your contribution will actually pop up here on the screen, and you'll get your name and shout out will scroll across here and drop some pictures into the tip jar. Do you broadcast of Hats and Mug? What do you broadcast about? Whoop whoop! Yep. I did do a broadcast on Instagram earlier. You can check that out if you want. It was more of a hangout kind of engagement broadcast where I got ready, did my hair, did my makeup, changed into this outfit. Then I went live on Periscope with Ed where he made us dinner. He made us chicken, pasta, and vegetables. It was delicious. My Twitch is Fem Yoga, same as everywhere else, and you can find the link really easily right over on the website. And the website's in my profile description on Periscope, where she's asking from. Yeah, I saw your question, Adam, and I answered it, but I think you moved over from Periscope to YouTube before I answered. I'm prioritizing YouTube comments here. Oh, you're gonna run videos on YouTube, Jim? Of what? Okay, thank you, Derek. Yes, please, Josh, please replay the videos all day on your laptop. That would be amazing. That's what I do. The next $500 giveaway. How far are we from our next 10 million super hearts? I think we're like 4.5 to 5 million super hearts away from the next $500 giveaway. Well, the 100, oh, I can't actually talk about that on Periscope, unfortunately, because we have super hearts turned on. But yeah, what RD is talking about on YouTube is actually only open to monthly sponsors of the channel. So it's not open to everyone. Static. There's the sound again. There's nothing happening. I don't know. I mean, it's plugged in. There's nothing like moving near here. This is powered down. Is there like stuff touching it? There's that noise. Well, I'm sorry, guys. All right, well, I'll end this. I'm sorry about that. I don't know how to troubleshoot it, but I am going to end this and try to go live on Twitch. If the same thing's happening, it'll be a pretty short broadcast over there, too. If you have any idea what the issue might be, please help me out. Let me know. You can reach out to me on the website, femyoga.com. Again, please help support this channel, so if this is a costly problem to fix, we can fix it with some support. It lasted 3 seconds, no problem. Josh said, I don't hear anything. Can someone make a good living doing this? I make a decent living doing this, Humpa. It depends on your definition of good living. I don't have children or any kind of debts that I'm trying to pay off, so I would say my overhead is quite low, but I think at this point I've made about $100,000 through live streaming in the past 2 years. You'll be there, Amber? You're going to be on Twitch? Yes! Okay, I'm so excited. All right, we're going to switch over to Twitch. It's going to take me a few minutes just to set up that setup as compared to this. It's going to look a little bit different on the screen, but if you contribute through Streamlabs during that broadcast, or even if you just follow me on Twitch or subscribe. If you subscribe, not only will you get a shout out on the screen, but you'll also get access to the new Fem Yoga Twitch emotes, and you'll also get shout out if you send bits on Twitch. I think there's one other thing that I might be forgetting, but yeah, come hang out with us. Like that! Classic J Live! Thank you for following me over on Twitch. I'm so excited to come hang out with you guys. I'll be over there in just a few minutes. Something like that will happen if you do it on Twitch or if you do it anywhere. So thank you, thank you, thank you. You did hear a little zip, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why that's happening. So I did restart my computer earlier. I don't know, but I'll do my best to fix everything. So you guys are awesome. Thank you for making this show possible at femyoga.com. I'm pointing the wrong way. And through Streamlabs. We didn't hit 20,000 super hearts, so no cash cannons this time around. But there goes Classic J Live dropping into the tip jar with the follow over on Twitch. Benita Charles, hello, hello, hello. I live in New Jersey now. We are kind of like neighbors, kind of. So we should hang out. I'm in South Jersey, but we should still meet up. You guys are amazing. This has been a moment in time with Taylor. I'm a little bit frustrated about the audio issues, but I will see you over on Twitch. I'm going to go grab a beer. I almost forgot. I said I would celebrate with you guys with a beer. I'm going to grab a beer. I'm going to go live on Twitch, and we're going to celebrate my new emotes. But I'm hearing things, and I'm freaked out. Was it outside? Bye, everyone. South Jersey streamer. Oh yes, please thumbs up the YouTube video, thank you. I'm freaked out. Okay. I'm good. Oh, come on. Hopefully we don't have to use Shirley before the next broadcast. Okay, it's fine. Ed, you want to come home? Okay, it's fine, it's fine. This has been a moment in time with Taylor. Please wish that I will be safe and not die. Okay. Wait, what button do I push? This one? Did I already do this? I don't think I did. Bye. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this book review, and I hope to see you over on Twitch. My name on YouTube is Fem Yoga as well, and it's the same on Twitch too. So feel free to check me out, and I'll be on Twitch in just a few minutes, assuming that I don't get into a brawl. See you over on Twitch. And I'll be back on Periscope tomorrow.